why do you want her to swallow? I'll ask people, what are your sex secrets? And I'll get so many secrets that are wild, they are freaky, they're kinky, and it's fun. It's fun to share them while keeping everyone safe and anonymous. There were a bunch recently around swallowing. A few guys asked me, why? Why is it that we love this so much? The way that I described it that seems to relate to a lot of people is it's a very intense and intimate form of acceptance, love, and desire. That's how I see it. It's very much about taking him in another way, dominant and submissive at the same time, and it is messy. It is kinky. It is fun. So there's so much that goes into this act that makes it exciting. And of course, it's not for everyone. It's not going to be exciting or loved or desired by everyone, by every woman. That's definitely not the case. And we want to respect that. We want to understand that everyone has their own things, and that's okay. We never want to push that on our partner just because it's like, oh, this other woman feels this. Don't ever push it. But I do think it's important for men, especially, to realize if you want something that comes across degrading, don't assume that women won't want that just because it's degrading as an act. Because when you're in a sexual environment, things change. Our disgust response goes down. We open up to different things and see those things as a form of intimacy and connection. And it varies from person to person. So when you get clear with your partner around the ways that they enjoy opening up, and the more safety and the more trust and the more love you build, usually from there is where more of this kinky type of behavior will show up, because it's like, ooh, okay, what can we do that's fun? Or what am I suddenly craving from you because I feel so close to you and I want you so bad and I want more of you? That's when this stuff kind of comes up in conversation. But I think a lot of you guys just want the kinky stuff before you even are keeping up with the daily non-sexual intimacy acts. And that's something I see time and time again. Like, if you want to get to the kinky stuff with your partner, and swallowing is, I wouldn't even say is that kinky necessarily, but it's definitely something that many women do not do, or they need a lot of trust and connection to do so. I want you to keep in mind what builds that connection to get to that place, and to get to more kink, and to get to more your woman like really wanting you and craving you is creating that sense of safety through the non-sexual consistent communication and that non-sexual touch that is consistent. Because when she feels safe being near you, being held by you, being very close to you and bonded to you in a way that doesn't always tie to an outcome of sex, then she can trust, hey, I can be in your presence, I could be very close to you, but also not feel any sort of pressure. And when she has that ability, then you create this connection of touch and warmth and safety and trust. And that's when she's more willing to open up and to crave you in the next level. But this is important for both of you. This idea of non-sexual intimacy isn't just for the women. It's for you guys too. It's for you to understand that you don't need sex itself, penetration, to connect with your partner. That is not true. You need to form a connection outside of sex. And that's when the sex becomes so much more pleasurable and natural and fun and experimental once you're in the bedroom. So don't lose hope. Don't have this idea that it's like, oh, she said she'll never do this. She'll never will. It's completely off the table. Because couples do change over time. Partners change. Their desires change. Things shift. You can make a massive shift. And I've seen this in my clients where their wives who said they would never do something end up doing that thing in a couple months because of the communication changes, because of the intimacy and the bonding that changes on the more day-to-day interactions. So I really want you to think like you're not having sex a lot more than you are having sex. So pay attention to the intimacy you're building during that massive amount of time you have on a daily basis that you're not having sex, because the more you focus on what you're doing during that time is going to lead to the type of sex you want to have. Don't give up on your kinky dreams. Don't give up on your wife opening up to an idea where maybe now she said never, because I've said that before too. I've said, oh, never would I do this thing, and now I'm doing that thing all the time, and I love it. So it's never completely off the table, but you do have to work together to create an intimacy and a bond that is consistent enough to open up to have these conversations and to open up this ability for you to desire each other in a deeper way. If you want help with this type of communication, this consistent non-sexual intimacy, reach out to me for coaching. And I encourage you to have some urgency, whether it's working with me or someone else. Take care of whatever problem you're struggling with. Don't continue to struggle and lose hope and feel like a victim of like, oh, I'll never get there, I'll never get this. It's hopeless. Don't think like that, because if you do, then that's your situation, So I want you to feel like there is hope, because there is. Things can change. And they change the fastest when you reach out and get the support you need. So that's it for this video. Please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. Thanks for watching.